Hello, hello, and welcome. We are 9 little Aussies living in the USA, building a home where we all belong. Where gardens are cultivated, real food is celebrated, agrarian living is reclaimed, where we choose to walk with wonder and faith, eyes wide open to the beauty of life. Where stories and rhyme are a tether that anchor our hearts to the ancient landmarks our fathers have left for our learning, and where all weary souls may find comfort and rest. It is a grand undertaking, perhaps, but a profoundly simple one. I invite you to join us as we reach for the stars with our feet firmly rooted in love and God's good earth. Today, I'm going to show you how over the course of a couple of days, I built all of my spring garden beds, including some from lawn up, without spending a cent. So are there any other shoestring homesteaders out there who are building their homesteads on recycled materials and things they can find around for free resources, because that's where we're at. So if that is you, if you need to build your garden beds without a lot of input or even any input, and you have access to a few things that really are either a minimal cost or none at all, this year I have not spent a cent, and I want to share with you how that is possible. The beauty of this system is that not only does it not cost me, but it actually builds the most beautiful, rich, fertile soil that I can then grow gardens without ever applying any fertilizer or amendments at all, and grow beautiful food for my family, even though we have a very, very tight budget. And if you stick around to the end, I have a lovely quote that has moved me deeply from a beautiful old book to share with you at the end of the video. So, I don't know if you can see, but so we've got potatoes here and here and here. And then garlic over here. In this grassy patch right here, I am thinking of putting another row. The reason that I'm thinking about doing that is this area we have pretty much secured from the chickens. They still are getting into where I'm putting the row garden, and so I'm just wanting to maximize my secure spaces that the chickens can't really come in and act like dinosaurs and destroy everything. So I'm thinking about doing that. That is quite a bit more work, but I have the materials to do it. I'm just going to do a hugelkultur, no dig, slightly elevated, not fully raised, kind of mounded up a little. I'm thinking of doing that there. So. It is another day, and today, I mentioned the other day, we're cardboarding here. We're going to build another row right here. We probably won't get it finished because we're going to run out of cardboard and we'll have to go collect some more. So we're going to lay more cardboard down. Mike mowed it on a really short level. We'll lay more cardboard, and then we're going to start building up in the middle another row like this one here. We've been gathering all of the things to build this as a bit of a hugelkultur bed. So we'll put all that. There's more out there. We'll put that as the base of the bed, and then top it with some manure and hay and whatnot. cardboard down and done a layer of mulch. Now I just want to be clear about something. I would not have used this mulch in a hugelkultur bed, except for the fact that it has been sitting decomposing for 2 years, because otherwise it would leach nitrogen. Wood chips definitely will do that, but this has been breaking down and decomposing or composting for 2 years. So it's very it's almost turned back to soil, not quite. So I'm happy to put it there kind of just to hold the cardboard down. And now we're going to put a bunch of other sticks. I have all of the like the stalks from last year's okra harvest that we had piled up, dead branches. I have some leaves. I emptied some pots in here of old soil. Really just any organic matter is what we're looking for. Like you could put veggie scraps in there, just anything. And then we're going to clean out the barn and put the straw and the manure on, and then we'll top it with compost that the chickens have made. It's a little bit green. Is it good? Okay. So we have left a walkway down either side and done our best to make it even. And it's just a bunch of sticks. Some of these are bits of willow from the tree that died out there. And then some is, like I said, the okra from last season, the okra stems. Basically, we're turning all this rubbish into beautiful soil eventually. So this holding yard just here is where we're now keeping Cleo at night, and then Matilda comes and stands right there to get milked. We were through the winter putting Cleo in the barn in a little holding pen, but it's warmed up a lot now, so we've blocked that off and she just stays in here. But we're going to clean that out and use all the bedding that she was using on the garden bed. This is full of hay, straw and manure, so it will be like gold for the garden. Whenever we are making a decision about how to do something on the homestead, the cost is one of the biggest things we have to consider. Really, we need to have a zero cost decision on things to build. The beautiful thing is, if you have access to any land where there is things growing in nature, and especially if there is animals, ruminants or chickens, you can build this kind of garden bed just based on natural resources that you find. All of the cardboard that we have used, we sourced for free, just the cardboard that was being thrown away at the back of stores, put in dumpsters, and all of the you can do cuttings from trees, old logs that have fallen down. You might weed and put the weeds down there. You might have veggie scraps. You might have animals that you can use their manure. You might have spent straw from animal bedding. The only thing I would be cautious about is if you are using pine shavings, because they will leach nitrogen, but there is very little limit to what you can use to build soil. So ideally you want a layer of something like cardboard to stop the weed growth and kill back the lawn that might already be there. And then you just want to put on things that are carbon, so dead branches and logs and sticks. You can also add green. The more green you have, the more it will still be full of nitrogen, and it may take longer to break down, but that's okay. The beauty of these beds is they will just get better year after year after year. Before we had a cow on our homestead, we went and found neighbours who farmed similar and didn't put sprays on their pastures, and we collected manure in buckets and in trailers and carted it home to build our garden beds. We used what we could. We were very resourceful, but there usually is a way, and people trying to get rid of things that might be exactly what you need to grow your garden for free. It is hot now. We are all hot. I'm all red in the face, having a glass of water. And while they were doing that, so the boys finished mucking out the barn, I did some trenching along here. Let me see if I can show you. So I've edged these garden beds. Now this log, we're going to have to cut it. It's a wobbly one. But all of these logs along here, the boys sourced from the burn piles out the back where my husband has cut trees down, and we've sort of piled them all up to burn, but he's gone through with the chainsaw and pulled out, so my 16-year-old did this, he pulled out some logs that were reasonably straight to use as an edging for the garden along there and along that bed as well. I am pooped. The kids are pooped. They're already inside. I said go inside and cool off, get a cool drink. It's not really very hot as far as heat goes, you know, like I think we're only in the mid 80s, which is like, what is that, late 20s Celsius. So it's really not that hot. It's just we've been working hard getting it all ready, and it is sunny, so it's very satisfying looking back and seeing what we've been able to get done in a day. But we didn't get it finished. I always think I can do more in a day than what we actually can. So the last thing we will need to do on that bed is top it with compost, which we will take in wheelbarrows from out in where the chickens have been. Okay, it is a new day. I've been out here for a while actually, finishing this garden bed. The boys did a lot for me yesterday, and they did some this morning, taking what do you call that thing? Sorry about the wind, it's very windy. Wheelbarrow fulls of compost, which we collected from where the chickens have been. So they've built this beautiful, amazing compost, and we've been putting it here, and then I just had some mulch to put on top. I've been kind of hustling to get it in. The wind picking up is a storm coming in, We're supposed to get a lot of rain over the next couple of days, and I really wanted this bed done before then. And my thinking was okay, I am gonna hustle, I'm gonna work hard, we're gonna just go and get this done. And I mean, that has happened, but I haven't felt like I was hustling at all. There is just nothing like an April day in the garden. It is just so beautiful. The wind has just started picking up, but it has been delightful. And it might be also that I've been pottering along. I just was thinking I should have been telling my YouTube friends what I'm doing, but I've been too busy completely immersed in an Enchanted April on my audio book, and pottering away, just going back and forward with the wheelbarrow, and I didn't even hardly realize I was working. I mean, my face looks like I was working, but I've got it done. So you just need a beautiful April day and a good audio book. That's what you need, and it doesn't even feel like work. So I am really excited to have this done. The mulch on top, I feel like, will just help with the rain coming to sort of stop it from getting all washed away. Most of the compost that we use on our homestead is built by our chickens. The way we do this is we deep bed our chicken yard. They are out on pasture through the day, but at night, in the morning and the evenings, they are locked in this enclosure, and they have deep bedded wood chips on here. They poop it, they spin it, they scratch in it, and after a few months of having a lot of wood chips, we scrape it back and harvest beautiful compost from underneath. This has recently been harvested and is about to have more wood chips put in. You can see how it's sort of bare, but usually it's about 1/2 foot to 1 foot deep in wood chips that we get free from tree loppers in the area that bring it to our property. And we use those wood chips all around the place, but especially for building compost with our chickens. You know, I've always felt like spring and autumn are my favorite times of the year. It just feels like you can almost feel the earth sort of breathing deeply and shifting, and either waking up from winter or you know, like breathing, sighing after summer, and just getting, I don't know, there's a shift, there's a change, and you can feel that sort of building a momentum and that sense of expectancy. I love those months. I love spring and autumn. They've always been, even in Australia, they were my favorite times of year, and I'm just so ready for the garden. I have thoroughly enjoyed getting out here again and just my hands in the soil. And I don't know, there's something so beautiful about feeling like you are working with creation to create something beautiful. Nature in itself is beautiful. Just bird watching, or going on a walk through the forest or the bush, or seeing God's handiwork in a sunset and a sunrise. But there is a whole nother level to that when you get to partner with it, you know, when you get to work with your hands and with the earth and sort of nurture it and use your creativity, just helping to create something beautiful, working with creation. And the garden is just such an amazing way to do that. It just breathes life into my soul. Like, I love baking, I love cooking, but it does not do this to me. It does not make me feel alive like being in the garden does. There's just something so, it's such a gift to me to be in the garden. I love it. And I have been thinking a lot about that. This book I'm reading, if you're after a beautiful read, The Enchanted April, I'm only 4 chapters in, but I'm hooked, and I'm reading that. And also I have about somewhere between 5 and 10 books going at the same time. And another book I'm reading, just depending on where my mood is and the time of day, in the mornings I'm reading a Sally Clarkson book for the second time. life-giving home. And I wrote down a quote that she gave in that book: beauty is God's handwriting. I think she said, beauty is God's handwriting, something like that. And I just think it's so true, and it's such a deep need in my soul as a human, that I haven't always acknowledged or understood. I am coming to find in my life that there is just so much goodness and truth in things that are just beautiful for beauty's sake. And it is, I think, one of the ways that the Lord speaks to us. So anyway, this is all the things I've been pondering as I build my garden bed. Okay, so this is now got a nice big stump there Zach got for me. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but it's quite mounded up. Maybe that's a better angle for you to see that it's quite built up here from the stump up. So I'm going to let that settle, and I think what I will put here is I've got some cattle panels. I'll get some T-posts in and grow probably either the tomatoes or the green beans along here. I haven't decided which one. The potatoes are coming back from the frost. And along here, this is where I've got my perennials largely. So we've dug a bit of a trench, put some logs that we've salvaged from the burn pile along here. Weeded and mulched it a little. Still needs more mulch, but it is coming along. So we did all this yesterday. Got some comfrey that is coming. I just pulled a little bit out of my main comfrey bush and put it underneath the fruit trees. It's taken, which is good because I wasn't sure if it would. Along here, and then this bed, I have got some jade bush beans in here, also some flowers all along here. So we've put the garden edging of sorts along here as well. And up this end, actually, I think I put some squash that I think it was called Dutch crookneck squash. I haven't grown it before, but someone sent me the seeds, so I'll try that. And I've transplanted an elephant ear from out the front and some bulbs, so hopefully they'll take. And here is the onions, an update on the onions. The nasturtiums have come up that I popped in there on both sides, but they're growing. It's fun. I've never grown onions before, so we'll see how they go. And yummy, a snack. They're so yummy. So there's turnips here, mustard greens, some lettuce. There was not great germination with the lettuce. I think these are actually beets. These are those Asian lettuce, so didn't get great germination with the lettuce. And the carrots are all coming up. I think some flowers from last year that are self-sown. And the children they're growing pretty prolifically, these peas, and they've been snacking on them every day as well. So they're basically just like a garden snack. We're not really going to get enough to harvest them. And as Gluck gazed, fresh grass sprang beside the new streams, and creeping plants grew and climbed among the moistening soil. Young flowers open suddenly along the riversides, as stars leap out when twilight is deepening, and thickets of myrtle and tendrils of vine cast lengthening shadows over the valley as they grew. And thus the Treasure Valley became a garden again, and the inheritance which had been lost by cruelty was regained by love. John Ruskin in King of the Golden River. So there it is, all ready to go. I can't wait to plant into this new bed, and I'll let you know what food we grow in it. Okay friends, thank you for being with me in the garden today on this beautiful April day, even though it is a bit windy. Love having you here. I will be back again really soon. I'll see you on the next one. Sunshine and raindrops. Until then.